Hello, everybody, and welcome to Tabletop. My name is Bob. I'll be your Dungeon Master for tonight's episode of Curse of Strahd. Do me a favor, though, just play it around with the audio levels. Great thing to do right before a live stream. So, the YouTube chat out there, let us know how we sound and if you can hear us. And I'll introduce the rest of the group. We got, of course, Tim, Michelle, Stefano, and Andrew back, the Grayscale gang, back for Curse of Strahd, and Dasha, our guest, who is playing Orel, the Paladin. So, welcome back, everybody. I'm very excited for tonight's episode, not just because we left out off on a little bit of a cliffhanger, but we're at the Abbey of St. Markovia, and I'll be honest with you, this is a really, really cool set piece in the entire campaign, and I'm excited to finally be here. But before we before we jump into the game today, a couple of announcements, and the chat is already perfect, sounds good, excellent, and we're wondering why Tim is eating Chinese food instead of Red Lobster. Is there a reason, Tim? Is it just what was the choice into the Chinese food?
I decided I have to get it now before the tariffs kick in too hard on my Chinese food. And I will not
Listen,
be
nothing
arrested
is
for
safe.
eating a succulent meal. What is this,
Nothing is
democracy?
safe.
115% extra you got to pay.
Mm. On those crab rangoon. Look at that.
Mhm.
That is crab rangoon, right? I can spot a crab rangoon a mile away. Yeah. Nice. What's your go-to, Tim? What's I see the crab, but what's your go-to Chinese meal?
Oh, boy.
Is that the icebreaker?
Is this the icebreaker now?
Yeah, you know
I
what?
don't
It'll be the icebreaker. I got another one, but we'll save it. What's your favorite? What's your go-to dish?
I'm a typically like a General Tso's combo kind of guy. I just like a little General Tso's and fried rice. Here I got some crab rangoon and pork lo mein, though, so I just switch it up a bit.
Ooh, that sounds good. I love Chinese
Honestly,
food.
I think I had crab rangoon for the first time like within this calendar year, and it was a game changer. You know, I've always seen the memes about crab rangoon. I've never had it. Now I've had it. I'm like, wow, I've been missing out. So
Are
I gotta
you
make up for
new?
lost time.
You're a new convert to crab rangoon?
Yeah, no, I've just never had it. It's never been a part of my, like, I have nothing against crab or any kind of seafood. It's just not been something I've tried. And now I'm trying. I'm like, boy, I love cream cheese and I love fried stuff and crab. So here we go.
Now I'm kind of upset. I love crab rangoon. I always tell people to get it, and I feel like I let you down.
No, I think
let
I'm
you
in
know.
the very small minority here, people who have not tried it before. I
Mm.
don't know why. I
Interesting.
honestly couldn't give you a reason, but it just I'm into it
All
now.
right. So you're a General Tso's and you like crab rangoon now with some pork lo mein. Got it.
Right.
What about you, Stefano? What's your go-to Chinese food order?
Singapore My Fun. Or May Fun. I don't know if it's May or My.
May or
MEI.
my?
What's that? I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, what is that? I don't think I know that either.
It's
Sounds
like
fun.
it's like noodles, like really thin noodles. I guess that's what the
Mm.
May Fun is. And it has kind of like a curry sauce. It's spicy.
Ooh, I love curry.
And it's it's kind of like getting a house special. So you get like, chicken, pork, shrimp, and all that
Gotcha.
stuff in it. Yeah.
Oh, look at you. See, now this is good. I'm going to write these down because I'm going to try. I love Chinese food, but there's so many things to order. I usually kind of go with the same like 2 or 3 things. So I'm going to try to expand my horizons here. What about you, Michelle? What do you order?
I always forget if it's chow fun or chow mein, but like I like the flat noodles, like the thick flat noodles are just like my jam.
It's chow
Um,
fun.
Thank you. So yeah, I guess I would go for like a beef or a combo chow fun. It's like a classic, but it's just savory.
Mm,
Um, yeah. And then similarly, I like drunken noodles, although I guess that's Thai, not Chinese. But like that's like my favorite. Like my
I'm a
go-to.
huge drunken. That's my go-to for Thai.
Yes.
so I do like Thai food, but I don't think I've ever heard of what is a drunken noodle?
It's
Noodles
just
that
the
are drunk.
sauce. It's like
Oh.
the sauce makes it drunken. It's
Yeah,
drunken
Does it
in
have-
the sauce.
spicy?
Does it have alcohol
it's
in it?
delicious.
Like a vodka sauce?
No.
No.
Spicy. It's just
I-
spicy.
Yeah, I think it's like
Oh.
kind of similar to what people say like as hangover food. Like it packs a punch and it's like very filling and savory. And
Gotcha.
spicy.
Okay. All right. So we're getting multiple orders here. We got you like the chow fun and in Thai food you're a fan of the drunken noodle. Got it. Excellent.
Yes, sir.
Seems like
All right.
Dione and Canas like the noodles.
Yes.
You know, the one thing you said, I knew it wasn't chow mein because that's actually one of my go-tos. And it's every time so we have a couple of different Chinese food places here around my house. And anytime I order it, they always want to clarify. They're like, that chow mein is a lot of like onions and vegetables, right? Because I guess people order it and not understand that that's what it is. I think they might think it's like lo mein maybe instead of chow mein, and so they just are like, we've had this before. People have ordered this before, and they've been very upset. And I'm like, no, I want it. All the vegetables, give it to me. It's just thinly sliced vegetables, and you can put whatever you want in, beef, chicken, whatever. So I usually get that, and so I knew it wasn't that. So I'll have to check out Chow Fun. Got it. Chow Fun. What about you, Andrew?
Well, chow mein sounds good, because I love vegetables, but I always get General Cho's white meat, white rice,
Mm.
which I
Like
think
a
is
true
everybody's
British
real
person.
favorite. That's everybody's real
British.
favorite. Let's admit it. That's the one we all like the best. It's fried chicken covered in brown sugar and salt.
You're so right. Oh my God, you're so right. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah. Okay. So again, you going with the fried chicken, General So's, and then Dasha, you're rounding out this group here. What's your go-to?
So I don't get Chinese food a lot just because we haven't found a good Chinese place near us. But our go-to
There isn't
place,
any in Los Angeles. Totally.
there
Yeah,
You're
hungry.
there are many. I will say though, there's Korean and Vietnamese is a lot easier to find around here. We're very spoiled for choice with that. So our go-to thing on like a Friday night when we're tired is the nearest restaurant that has a great selection of pho. So I just get the one with everything on it, the brisket, like the tripe, the cartilage. It's so just wholesome and good and just helps your soul heal after a long week at work. But I will say about Chinese food, the crab rangoons, my first experience with those was at the gaming club in New York. I think the first time we were playing Avernus, and I want to say Stefano or John ordered that as their order, and I tried one. They gave me one to try because I hadn't had it before. And from then on, that became my thing that I would get whenever we played and happened to get Chinese food. So crab rangoons.
That's funny you say that because no one gets food anymore. Like there was a stage in like 2018, 2019 where everybody would get food, eat Chinese food, right?
At
And now
Battle
no
for
one ever
Salvation,
gets
you mean?
food.
That's
Yeah,
when I was there.
At
We got
BFS, right?
Chinese food during Tomb of Annihilation, like every day.
Yeah.
but
Well,
now no one ever gets food.
I'll tell you why, Andrew. And it is a tragedy because the Chinese food place that was literally like just a block away, during COVID, they stopped opening on Mondays, which is when our club meets. So there is no more Chinese option. And the one that was on, there was one that was in downtown White Plains that would actually deliver to us. They also closed down. So the ones that were super close, or the one that is right around the corner, they're not on Mondays anymore. So we can't get it now. I don't know why people still don't bring other food. Like there's pizza, there's places, we just don't do it. I don't know. Blame COVID.
It's not a great pizza. Well, I shouldn't say in case they're watching. Sorry if you're watching Silver Lake Pizza, but
we are sponsored. Yes, we are sponsored by them. So we love you.
Pizza. Sound off in chat. Let us know what your favorite Chinese food dish is.
Thank you. Excellent.
And don't forget to like and subscribe.
And if you've had crab rangoon, and if you haven't had it, why not?
And do you like drunken noodles? Do you have them when you are drunk?
Drunken Rangoon. What about that? You could just put
insane.
drunken on anything. Yeah.
That was my nickname in college.
Drunken Rangoon or drunk? Tim just
usually
nods.
drunken in any noun would come afterwards. So
nice. And while we're doing some promotional stuff here, just remember, Vecna Eve of Ruin is now on Thursdays, and we'll be doing the next few months on Thursdays. So stay tuned. If there's any changes to that, check Discord. You can check all the social media links down below in the description. And I think we're ready to play. What'd you say? Roll initiative. Sort of.
Seriously?
I mean, yeah, seriously, yeah. But while you're rolling your initiative, I'll do a quick recap. We are about to be in combat because Rufus started spelunking through the Abbey of St. Markovia, which used to be a hospital for people who had serious ailments, and even at some point when the abbot first arrived in Kresk, was attracting people who had deformities, various issues, bodily issues, and they would seek out his magical healing. And it kind of became, it originally started actually as a hospital by the actual Saint Markovia, but that was a long time ago, hundreds of years ago. So we're far from the time of it being a true hospital. Now it is a refuge for the people that the town of Kresk has deemed mongrel folk, which again is there is a complete lack of respect from the citizens of Crest. They view them as monsters rather than people. And even your own Camilla was a bit rude to them by calling out their form. And the two that you had encountered, these two guards, were Otto and Siegfried. And the two of them were very upset by her actions, but you have treated them well for the most part now and avoided combat. So they've decided to take you inside the monastery and to the abbot. However, while you were waiting for the abbot, of course, you did look around. You found the courtyard and then what looks like maybe a hall full of patients, and a monstrous form was lumbering down the hall, one made of flesh, and it is going to attack. So we are going to go into combat. I'll get everything set up, but you can just get your rolls of initiative ready, and I'll turn some music on. We'll have a grand old time here. All right. What do we got
Thanks,
for
Rufus.
initiatives?
I got a 21.
I got a Rufus, got a
21.
5.
I got a 13.
I got a 9.
Laurent got an 8.
Nice. That's
See-
some big variety there. And
See,
you're gonna have to say it all again.
Everyone knew to give it to Bob in order except for Andrew.
It isn't.
Oh,
It is in order, right? It goes up.
No, we were like, we went 21,
reading on the
13,
roll tracker.
9, 8, and then somewhere in the middle you were like 5.
Oh, right, yeah. I should have gone last. I see what you mean.
so Rufus got a 5.
I seem to get low often, which isn't bad because you can kind of relax and chill and decide what you want to do. no
Dione,
pressure
which one
going
were you?
on.
13?
That
What
was
was
a 13.
Dione?
Can I
You was
Dione is
13.
21.
21 for Dione. Laurent, you got a 9?
Dasha got a 9. Dasha got the 9.
Why did,
Yeah,
we,
those are
why did we tell you?
I wrote it down,
We all
but I
got
didn't write your
25.
names. So, yeah. All right, excellent. All right, so we're going to start off with Dione. Now, of course, the only person that actually I think sees the creature, the thing that's coming down the hallway would be Rufus. So I think Rufus would have to have made some sort of noise. Can you describe your reaction to seeing this hulking creature made of flesh and on all different body parts, kind of a conglomerate of them? How would your reaction be?
Gwaindire, preserve me.
Oh,
Do you say
just the
this at a-
Gwaindire. Go ahead, Dione.
Do you say this at a normal speaking volume? Do you like scream it? Do you whisper it? What's your
Say it at that exact volume.
Okay, Bob?
You might hear him call for the Gwain Lord's, protection, and that might set you at least on edge, and so you might want to explore. And I'll switch us over to the Roll20 screen in just a second. But are you on the Roll20 screen right now? Because I don't know if you are.
We just see like the
We're on the title
cover
screen.
page.
Yeah, we're on the
Gotcha.
title
Okay.
screen.
I'll move you over now.
And Bob, we're also not in grayscale.
Oh my god, why'd you tell him?
It's so wrong.
Why'd you do
mean-
it?
Because
You
we're
mean
going to
right-
Markovia! There it is.
Oh.
All right. Come on. It doesn't feel like Strahd if not in grayscale.
My
What are we doing here?
life is over.
There was just too much pigmentation.
I'm not playing casual D&D in a world of color. I'm playing gothic D&D in a world of Barovia in grayscale.
It's fine. I just don't think I'll ever play in color on Bob's channel ever again.
Nope. So you've wandered to the north, these hallways, and of course you can see this creature coming down, lumbering down the hallway, made of flesh and like stitched together. It's certainly not the same one singular body. You hear for the Gwain Lord's protection, and Dione, you jump into action. What do you do?
Okay. I hear him calmly state, Gwain Lord preserve me. But I guess like he wouldn't say that if everything was fine. So I look over at Marzena.
Yes,
And I
that's
say-
the creature tied to the post. Yep.
Yes. I'll say, Marzena, I have questions, but I think my friend needs help. And so Dione's just gonna scoot over. I don't know how far it is to where Rufus is, but I have my walking speed is 30 feet. Is he greater than 30 feet from me currently?
Rufus looks to me I mean, you probably wouldn't know it, but you saw him open the door and move in and turn the corner. So we'll just say for that corner, it is about 35 feet to the corner.
Okay, I'm just gonna get as close to him as I can, basically.
Okay. Did you say
okay,
something to Marzana, the creature who's tied up? She has like bat wings and mostly looks like she's got some sort of like insect-like mandibles on her face.
Yes. I basically just told her I have questions for her, but I need to go check on my friend.
Okay. Yeah, move your token.
So hopefully I will be back shortly. So I guess that would put me at 30 feet. And then, yeah, over here, I guess I'll dash, actually, and come up alongside Rufus. Because I don't see what he sees until I'm here. And upon viewing this creature, I guess I don't have any more, like, action points or ability to do actions, but I can at least
you
scream.
could. You could.
Oh.
Yeah, because you have the rogue dash as a bonus action.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
Cunning
well,
action.
Words are hard. Okay,
Yes.
so let's see. That's 10, and that puts me at 30 right there. Okay. You know what? I will step in front of Rufus then, and I will brandish my short sword. I'll say, "Stay back! Stay back, foul kiter!" And I'm gonna ready myself to attack with the short sword if it comes in range. But for now, I'm just gonna watch what it's up to. And my shout for it to stay back was kind of a louder volume, so hopefully the other guys heard as well.
Yeah, they heard you for sure now at this point. No doubt that there's some sort of threat. And as you pass through these little doors here, you see all the doors, I think, on Roll20. They have little barred windows in them, and you can see inside. There are scores of these creatures, these people who have come to the Abbey, and it looks like they are locked into these. They're like almost cells, but they don't look like a jail cell per se. It almost looks like the equivalence of some sort of like psychiatric ward, but they are in these like padded rooms. And you can see there's in this room to your right hand side that you just passed, there are like 16 creatures, and they are starting to make all sorts of noise, hooting and hollering, speaking in common, speaking in grunts and groans, and they're trying to make as much noise as possible. In fact, it echoes down the hall, and now the entire Abbey, you would sense, could hear this. All right. Okay, let's go to next in the order, which would be Canas.
Okay. Hearing the commotion, I suppose, and watching Dione run into this room, and I will go check it out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can I see?
Be careful, Canas. It's dangerous over there. You hear all the screams?
I do, Yune. Stay close. But not, if you see anything dangerous, don't get too close.
You want
And
me
I
to follow
actually
you?
eye Marzana.
I can keep an eye on Marzana.
No, I eye Marzana when I say, if you see anything dangerous, don't get too close.
You got it, Canas.
But so for now, I'll just have Yune kind of be flying near me.
Cool.
I still can't really see anything, so I think I got to move in.
Yeah.
1,
It's a pretty big courtyard, actually.
2, 3, 4, 5. I just see
Rufus at this point, right?
Rufus.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of as far as I can go.
Yeah, no worries. It's tricky because it's tight corners in here. So, like, little claustrophobic. It's a tight hallway, and you can see the room beforehand that Rufus I described to him last session. But that's the one of like this. It's like a foyer. There was like broken furniture, a window overlooking out into the outer area of the Abbey. So you can see that, and again, it's definitely like I said, a more claustrophobic area than the courtyard. Um,
Being able to see Rufus around the corner, I might say, what's going on in there?
There's a monstrous creature here. Dione is engaging.
and as you finish that statement, the creature runs towards Dione. Dione, you get your readied action.
Okay, sweet. All right then. I'll do a little parry, thrust, and try and do some damage with my short sword. 11?
You hit.
Oh, wow. Okay, great. Okay. So again, it's just automatically at sneak attack, but that's not valid here. So I do
You can
9.
just-
Oh, sorry.
No, I was gonna say, yeah, you're good. You're doing it right. Yeah, keep going.
Okay. So yeah, I do 9 damage, and I let out a help, trying to summon our comrades. But
Even worse though, Dione, you call out for help, but really this is going to be exacerbated by the fact that when you stab it, and it wasn't your best effort in 11, but it's not a very agile creature. It doesn't really try to avoid you. When you stab it, you realize that it did no damage to it. It seems like it's a conglomeration of different body parts. It may not even have the right, you may not even have organs, and your stab does 0 damage to it. Doesn't seem affected at all.
Okay. Does Rufus see this as well?
Yes. Mhm.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So yeah. All right. Something is strange.
And the creature just kind of growls in this guttural moan at you, and it slams its body into you. I would imagine maybe even moving itself closer, by grabbing your sword, like that orc in Lord of the Rings, just pulling you closer, and then smacks its heavy limb into the side of your head. What's your armor class?
What is my armor class? 15.
15. Okay. So it looks like you're going to get hit once from its multiple attacks and take 13 bludgeoning damage as it just slams its body into you.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Yay, a strong start.
All right. And that's the creature. It moves, closes the gap, smacks into you, and we'll go to Orel. You're up next with Laurent and Rufus on deck.
Is there anything else? Because I know we were told to wait in the courtyard and we saw the creature tied up by the well. Is there anything else going on in the courtyard? Any other of the mongrel folk reacting to what's happening?
Yeah, actually, it's a good question. I probably should have said this before, but now that you take notice of it, you start to hear the mongrel folk that were in the ward. They start to howl and cheer and cry, some of them. And then out in the courtyard, there are these almost you see over here, they're like little shacks on the I'm going to scroll down for the viewers, but behind Marzena, there are little shacks. They start to pound, and you can sense that there's creatures locked in the shacks. And they're howling along in the same fashion.
Okay. I am going to run as close as I can, so I think 30 feet will get me right about here.
Mhm.
So I can kind of yell into the hallway. And do I see what's happening at this point?
You don't.
I don't. Okay. Do I hear what's happening?
Certainly, yeah. You can hear
Okay.
and Dione's cry and her warning. You hear all of it.
Orel is going to ready an action in case he gets attacked. Just a slash with his sword, but he'd like to yell, "Stand down if you can. We cannot solve this with violence."
Who are you referring to, though? You're referring to the enemies, presumably?
I'm yelling mostly to my allies, but anyone who will listen in the hallway. I'd like to try, knowing the backstory of these people that came here to get healing. Orel assumes that they're maybe hurting or something is happening. They're not wanting to hurt us. He's trying to have best kind of intentions in mind. He'll defend himself, but right now he wants to try to diffuse the situation and see if we can get out of this by speaking rather than fighting.
Okay. Fair enough. No persuasion check needed for your allies. That would be up to them. However, the NPCs don't have a way to reason. This creature doesn't have a way to reason, so I don't think a persuasion check would make sense here for them. But again, you don't even know who's fighting, so it's good use of the caution there.
Okay. Great.
All right, and then we'll go to let's see. It would be Laurent, then Rufus, and then the NPCs.
All right. I would like to run up to the door here. At which point I can't see anything just yet, so I'm gonna go 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can only see.
Hey, bud.
Yeah, that's I was hoping I could see either Dione or the creature, but you know we will. That's it. It looks like. I don't think I've got a plan in mind. I just need to wait another turn. You know what? I'll dash. I can dash in there. 6, 7, 8, 9. I don't want to block the whole hallway. I will get right there. Is perfect for me, and that's my turn.
Okay, great. All right, so you double move, you dash right behind Dione, and you see the horrific flesh creature that's slamming into Dione as you speak. We go to Rufus. You're close enough to do something.
Back to the courtyard. This creature will not leave this space, I am sure of it. Back to the courtyard. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 30. I'll go there. And that's my move. And I'm actually going to dash. Here. That's it. I'm just leaving and going to the courtyard.
Okay. As you leave, Rufus, you can hear some of the people inside the cells start to chant. At first they were hooting, hollering, but you know that's their turn now. So they are starting to coordinate with their speech. In common, you can hear that large group to the right say out loud, "The devil dwells in his house upon the misty pillar. First he'll taste her sweet, sweet blood, and then he'll have to kill her." And they all break out in a raucous laughter, and this echoes down as you exit the ward. And then we go to the NPCs. Actually, no, sorry, the mongrel folk go first. We're gonna bring into play here in the well. You can see, and I'd say at this point, Rufus, you could see it because you just entered this area, but behind Irina, you could see the legs of like a spider start to descend, but they're massive. They're like the size of like a spider the size of like a sheepdog. And a humanoid, looks like maybe some sort of human, but has more arachnid features and mandibles, crawls out of the well and goes to attack Irina. And Irina is going to be... Actually, nope, because you guys gave her, I think, breastplate. She has breastplate. So she is... Or she might have had that. She is a 15? Yeah. She does not get hit. She's able to avoid the first attack. And the other attack with the claw is unfortunately going to hit her. So she takes one hit, and she's going to take a total of... Oh, jeez. That's going to be... That's going to be 11 damage, and she's going to be grappled by this thing. It's got like big crab-like claws that it reaches out with her, and it's going to start to move back down into the well. She obviously won't be able to move fully. It took some of its movement to get there, so it's not going to be fully down, but she's now like going into the well. All right, that's the creature's turn. Marzena is going to just kind of shuffle a bit. She's tied to that post. She can't go anywhere. And then the NPCs. Camilla will go to Irina's aid, and she'll assist in anybody who's going to try to free Irina or Irina getting free. She grabs the arms of the creatures. Let her go! Let her go! And obviously she looks to Rufus for assistance, but we'll have to wait till next turn. Irina is going to try to stab this thing. She takes out a dagger, and let's see if she can hit. She has the silver dagger, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. She does hit, and she'll hit it for a total of 6 damage. Nice job, Irina. The creature takes a big gash across its arachnid legs, and that's the end of her turn. All right, now we jump back to the top. Dione, you're up. You're still close to this creature. What are you doing?
Okay, sorry, I was muted. Hearing that my allies are not interested in trying to grapple with this dude, and seeing how my sword just kind of like sank into the spongy flesh and then came right back out clean, I'm horrified. I don't like what I see. So Dione is going to disengage and back up and say to Laurent, I believe, is behind me. I will say,
I am.
yes, I don't think this is a good idea. Let's go with Rufus. And then Dione's gonna back all the way the heck up. Yes, trying to make my way over. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then since I bonus action disengaged, I can't dash. Okay. I guess that then puts...
I thought your action was to disengage, then you used your move, and then your bonus action can be the dash.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, thanks, Stefano.
You got it.
6 to 1, half a dozen of the other.
All right, cool.
One of my favorite quotes. Well, sayings.
All right. Then I guess I am...
As you pass, as I see, first Rufus run by, and then you run by, as I was just trying to come in to help, Canas will say, "What is going on in there?"
I guess Dione doesn't have a lot of time to like have a conversation, so she'll say, "Creepy monster. I don't know. Just run." And just keep running. And then I guess this thing over here, Dione can't like close the gap. But I'm going to... I can't ready up an action, right? Because I already did an action.
If you're doing all those things to get away, correct, you wouldn't be able to, right?
All right. Then I'll just like be here in this corner behind the door with my short sword, and I will just ponder the next attack.
Sure,
that
no
I
worries.
will do on the next turn.
All right. Canas, it's up to you.
Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to couple this together. Well, that's all right. I'm just gonna move. So I gotta see what the heck is going on here. So I'm gonna use 1, 2. Can I see this thing now? Oh yeah, I could see it.
Oh my god, it's horrible, Canas. I'll never be able to sleep again.
Judging from Otto, was it Otto and Siegfried, who were like, kind of like a little strange humanoid / animal, right? It's very clear to me that this thing is just like a complete abomination, right?
Yes, like a conglomeration of body parts, and it's flesh joined.
And then I will just say out loud, something is not right here. Something has gone terribly wrong here. Yeah. I'll say it to Orel. Something has gone terribly wrong here. And we need to get to the bottom of it.
I think Orel told you not to come here.
That's a good point.
I did say multiple times that you were going to be disappointed.
All right. So that's 1, 2. Now I'll move 3. Yeah, I'm out.
What's
4,
just leaving me here?
5, 6.
It's coming, Tim.
Do I have eyes on the well?
Yes,
do.
you can. From the door, you can see the well. You and Dione can see that Irina's being pulled down into the well by some spider-like creature. It looks to be like similar to Siegfried and Otto, where they are humanoid, or at some point were humans, and their deformities or mutations, whatever has happened to them, changes one to more arachnid.
Okay. And this thing is only partially sticking out of the well.
Yes, like Irina's like being grabbed like at her torso, and like her legs are maybe like up over the edge of the well. She's like grabbing with one arm and stabbing with the other. Yeah.
Okay. Would you say so you know what? I think it makes sense for me to hold in action to try to blast it but wait until Irina has been pulled away safely.
I was gonna say it'd probably be
for fear of hitting one of them. Again,
Yeah.
it would, I know that's not like really a D&D thing. I could target the monster, but it just seems to make sense.
Yeah, I agree. And actually, I think because of how intertwined they are, I might make there be a chance that if you miss, you hit her. If you miss wide,
yeah,
you'd hit her.
I think
Yeah.
that makes the most sense.
Okay. All right, great. So you'll pause there and wait on attacking. We'll go to the creature. It'll take a 5-foot step towards Laurent, and will lay into you. What's your AC right now?
Jeepers. I got a 14.
What's your AC? 14? Okay.
Yeah.
So the first attack from its big body slam is, we're looking at a 11. That's going to miss.
Nice.
And the second attack is, oh, that's big. Big hit. You take 14 damage from its body slam as it like slams its big limb, heavy limb into you, and you smack up against the wall.
I'll tell you, I appreciate Rufus's temporary HP.
Yeah, true. All the creatures in this area are laughing at you. You can hear the cacophony of noise. It's almost deafening.
Or their further attachment, or can I do a reaction?
You can do reaction. That's its attacks. Yeah.
I would love to cast a Hellish Rebuke at 3rd level on it.
Go for it.
All right, so it's gonna make a Dexterity saving throw of 15.
Oh, it's so good at dexterity.
I figured as much.
This big lumbering creature. 4.
So it's gonna take 21 fire damage,
Oh boy.
and I'm hoping
Okay.
the fire damage goes through.
Yeah, so the fire damage definitely goes through, and more than just that, the creature seems to have this aversion of fire, as the flames that you conjure cause it to pause and like step back even just a bit, and the skin is singed and burns, and you can tell this thing is not thrilled about the fire damage. And actually, yeah, that's it. Yep, it failed to save, and you got the fire damage. It didn't do double damage, but
But it psychologically affected the creature. That's perfect. for me.
definitely
That's good.
affected the creature. Yep. Hmm.
Yeah.
All right, let's go down to. Oh, you can move or do anything else if you have other options here.
No, that's just my reaction. I'll save the rest of my stuff for my turn if it's not my turn.
Great. Orel is next, and then Laurent.
Orel is going to. He's torn because he hears the sounds coming from down the hallway. He hears Laurent fighting, but he also sees Irina about to be dragged down. So he's going to yell down the passageway, "Get out and close the door behind you." And then he's going to run 30 feet to right next to the creature and Irina, and he's going to try to, I think actually right here, stab the creature.
Go
Slash
for it.
With his long sword. It's a 14 to hit.
14 does hit.
Great. So that is 10 slashing damage, and I'm gonna smite as well. Which is, let's see. Sorry, it's been a while. That's 2d8, right? Should be.
2d8
It's-
at first level.
Depends on the spell you use, but yeah. Hmm.
6 radiant.
So is
Damage?
the total 16, or is it
Total is 16.
okay?
Mhm.
So you attack it for 16 damage, and you smite, and the holy light that comes from your sword that you may not have seen in quite some time will cut off, like lop off one of the spider legs. This thing is seriously hurt. You have a second attack, so go ahead.
I do have a second attack. Yeah, same thing. I'm just gonna slash at it again. That's an 18 to hit.
And this time,
9.
yep, 9 damage.
9
This time you
damage.
drive it right into the body, or maybe even going through the head or something like this, and kill it. It releases Irina and falls down into the well. You hear a splash at the end of its fall. Irina then uses the rest of her might to pull herself back up and over the edge of the well
Mhm.
with Camilla's help. I thought I was a goner. Thank you, she says.
Oh, sorry. Yes, of course.
And she waited. She was like staring
She
at you,
waited.
like waiting for you to
Arel
acknowledge.
hasn't Arel has not fought in a long time. He has not swung his longsword in years, maybe decades. So he's just holding it and processing, and then he'll say, "Yes, of course, we would not let you be taken." But then he'll turn around and look worried and look back at the corridor that he just left behind with Laurent still fighting in it.
Perfect. And you do that. You hear the sounds of the creatures that are in the courtyard in these shacks howl out and cry. So does Marzena, and they screech and claw towards the well area, seeing what you just did to probably someone they care quite a bit about. And they're going to screech and howl, and they're going to try to get themselves free. One actually will break the lock here and will release itself. But again, it's not their turn. This is what happened as a reaction to you killing her. And Marzena, let's see if she could break free from her shackles, it's a rope that's tied to this, but whatever is holding her there, she does not. So that's the end of the turn, or the end of your turn, right?
Where was the sound of the creatures trying to break free coming from?
From the shacks in the courtyard
Okay,
to the
thank you.
eastern
Yeah, I
side.
see.
Yeah. Mhm. All right, now we go to Laurent. Rufus is on deck.
Laurent is feeling, since we met, a little bit depressed. Like this whole mission is pointless. And so while this isn't a suicide pact, Laurent is gonna take out some emotional catharsis on this creature. And so the first thing I'm gonna do is use my I'm gonna pull out Gertruda's doll that I have from oh so long ago, and I'm gonna cast Hex on this creature.
Damn.
Yeah, and as I cast Hex, the Gertruda's doll starts to take on the shape and form of this creature, and it is cursed for a little while. And let me read all of Hex. Where'd it go? Essentially, it takes extra necrotic damage from me, and it has disadvantage on all Wisdom ability checks for an hour.
Now, this is the it's saving throw for this?
The Hex, I think, is just placed on it. It's like when I go to attack it later, then it's all saving throws. I don't think there's a way to stop or prevent a Hex. That's my understanding.
Yeah, it just says you place a curse on a creature you can see until the spell you deal extra damage and disadvantage on ability checks. Which ability you want? Oh, all ability checks. Yeah.
You choose one ability when you cast a spell. Just wisdom. Just wisdom is all I care about.
Okay. Does that affect saving throws? No, right? Just ability, like essentially a skill or a contested something, right?
Well, I was hoping for saving throws, so like when I go to cast a spell that needs wisdom, but I defer to you.
It does not.
Okay.
It does not, because it's not an ability check. A saving throw is a separate thing. Saving throws and attack rolls are not ability checks, even though they both rely on abilities. Ability check would be a skill or something like that, or a contested.
Can I change it to strength then, if that's all right?
You can. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll just say strength then, so it's hopefully slowed down a little bit.
Right,
that's
because
my
tries to
bonus
grab
action.
or yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then can I use my my action to disengage and start to back up a bit?
Yeah, Hex was your action. Is it? Or it's a bonus action?
Hex is a bonus action.
You could use your action to disengage. Then, yeah.
Yeah, and I just want to back up. I don't want to get away from it altogether. I just want to go back to here. It's just fine for me.
Okay.
Oh,
All right.
maybe right there, so I can see right there. That's perfect. That's all.
Rufus.
I look at Irina, and I move 5 towards her. Can I see down the well?
You can see the body of the arachnid mongrel folk down there.
There's no swarm of evil down there. It's just the one body.
It was the one, yeah. Mm-hmm.
We must find the abbot now. And I'm going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And remind me, the door. It was this door that the abbot came through, right? This one here.
Yes, it was.
They went to get him.
Otto, exactly. Yeah, went that way. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I'm going to dash. 10, 20. I'm not going to go through it yet.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to shout, "Friends, the Abbot. We must get him. Perhaps he can help." And why not? With my bonus action, I'm going to Shield of Faith myself.
Okay. All right.
And that's my turn.
Then we go to the NPCs. So Irina will get out of the well. It gets near Orel, so to be a bit safer away from the edge. Camilla will draw her dagger and head towards Marzana because she heard the creatures coming out of that area. So she'll go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 and stay out of the reach and look inside. And she says, there's more and they're coming. And she can see inside now there is mongrel folk that are coming out. So Marzana will try to break free again on her turn. And that'll break free. So she does. And there's a couple of other ones inside the pens. Let's see if they break out. One does as well. So now we've got 2 more breaking out. And Camilla will use one of her readied actions to throw a dagger at Marzana.
Wait, can I ask a question?
And she fails. Her dagger goes scattering across the floor towards the cells and the shacks. Go ahead, Canas. What's your question?
Is there a reason Marzana got to try to break through twice before I got my turn again?
The initial was when that creature
that was
died.
a reaction from
from the creature in the well dying, and now it's their turn, so they're gonna go and try to break free.
Okay,
1, 2, 3 have broken free, and now we go to let's see. There's one that gets to move. That was the one that was freed on the reaction. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and we'll attack Camilla. And again, this one looks. They all have different features, like cat-like or dog-like. Some look more canine. Others look more lizard-like. I'm going to go ahead and say this one's more wolf-like, just because I like to make Rufus feel uncomfortable. And it's going to get a total of a 19 on... No, sorry, not 19. 1 hit for a 20. The other is not going to hit with a 13. So we got 1 connect on Camilla, and she'll end up taking a total of 7 damage for Camilla. All right. She cries out in pain as this creature slashes across her chest. Canas, I don't think you're next, though, but you're coming up soon. Dione, then Canas.
Okay. So at this point, like I was hoping to have a dialogue with Marzana, but it seems like that is no longer an option.
Well, you never know.
Yeah. Oh.
You never know.
Okay. Well then I'll just zoop on over here, and I still have my short sword out. I'm kind of like brandishing it, but I'll look at Marzana and I'll say, I can cut you. Oh, I can cut you free. Okay. And oh, sorry.
When you first say I will cut you, she at first might take this as an aggression, right? And then you add cut you free. Give me I'll say persuasion, I would say, right? You're trying to convince her to stop what she's doing?
Yeah. Ideally, I would love if she would cooperate with us and like answer some questions.
But my question is, you're not trying to intimidate her, right? You're actually trying to like say like I'll cut you free if you stop this.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Persuasion.
But yeah, Dione's not the most charismatic persuasion.
Who doesn't love Dione? That's my question.
Dione's mom. Okay, sorry, too real.
All right, mommy
okay,
issues.
Persuasion 21.
Ouch.
Yeah.
And that works. Marzana sees Dione, and maybe it's the beard, or maybe it's just your gentle eyes, or maybe it's the fact that there's a bit of a kinship. She can maybe sense the beast from within you, and she does. She backs down. She broke free of that tether, and now again maybe even motions to the other one to back away from Camilla. It's not her turn, so she can't really do any actions, but she can at least like wave it off, and she seems to be complying. Well, you can do anything else you have if you have any more actions left or a bonus
Sure.
action.
I mean, yeah, Dione at this point, she'll just say like, we would prefer not to hurt any of you. We are here to help. We are here for information. We want to learn about what is happening. Okay, we do not want to hurt you.
She'll nod
Tell
in
the others.
understanding.
Yes, tell the others to back down. And Dione's just gonna like cross her fingers and hope that this is enough to get everyone to stop and minimize the bloodshed.
All right. Dione's words ring out, and everybody can hear this conversation. You're all within earshot. Canas, it's your turn.
I will go up to Camilla, and I'm just going to kind of, be like, Camilla, let's back. It's time to back away. No more aggression towards these creatures, and I'll just pull her back with me.
Yeah, and the
Like a
creature seems to
couple
be
feet.
listening to Marzena and does not take an attack of opportunity.
So I'm dragging. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
You drag her back away, and the creature kind of recoils back, and it's like almost like a frightened state. It seems to be listening to Marzena's plea.
I'm just gonna put my hand up, and I'm gonna say to the creature that did not attack Camilla as I pulled away, we will not tell the abbot what has transpired here.
It nods
Just-
also in some sort of understanding. Like it hasn't spoken yet, but it clearly, like Otto and Siegfried, it knows what you mean. Okay.
And then I'm just going to turn with Yune and just continue to move down this way to meet with Rufus.
The group. All right. Laurent, you get your friend, the flesh monster, coming at you.
Yeah, we're not done.
Forgot
We're
you
not
guys
done.
are still duking it out up there.
Oh, yeah, no, we are. This thing's going down one way or another. I don't care. We can talk to the Abbot all we want. Someone is dying today. And it's not
You
gonna be
do
me.
get hit. You do get hit twice.
Maybe it's me.
For a total of 19 damage.
It won't be me.
It might be you.
It's getting closer to being me than I would like it to be.
How are you looking? Just curious for the viewers. What's your hit point situation?
Yeah, below half, for sure.
Okay. Yeah, so you're bloodied as this creature's body just keeps crashing into you, pummeling you, and it follows like steady, keeps following
That's
you.
all right.
and-
We've got a plan. There's a
Okay.
plan. LeBron always has a plan.
All right, let's keep going. Orel, then Laurent.
I see what Dione is doing, and I love this approach. This is what he hoped for. Maybe
Rather than
stopping
killing
this
the-
fight.
Rather than killing everything that you.
Yeah, we want to try to solve this diplomatically. So Orel is going to run forward and stand on the other side of these
Oh,
mongrel folk and ready in action. Again to defend if he needs to, and he'll tell them, we do not want to hurt you, but we will defend ourselves if you hurt one of us. Tell your friend to stand down, and he'll indicate towards the hallway from which I'm sure he can still hear the fight happening with Laurent and the monster.
I won't count this as an action. They seem to be friendly towards you. You know, like they're not hostile. They're or even like just what's the word in the game? I forget they call it, but where you're like neutral. They're like neutral to you. I forget there's a word for it, but they're friendly at this point after that high persuasion check. So you say this, and they seem to be agreeing. It's not a check, so if you'd like to continue and do an action, you can. But I don't know that you have any spells or something you want to cast.
Well, I'm standing. That's Camilla next to me, right?
That's Camilla, the token to your upper left. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll put my hand on her shoulder and say, what was it, Canas before who had said like stand down, stop fighting to her?
Mhm.
Yeah, he'll say, listen to Canas. This is a good time to stop and make peace, and he'll give her 10 land hands.
Oh, okay, good. All right, excellent. So you heal Camilla. In fact, she was about to give you like a snarky teenage response, like "You're not my dad," and she'll bite her tongue on that one, and she'll take the healing.
Amazing.
Okay, great. All right, anything else from you, Orel? Your turn.
That is it for me.
Laurent. Oh, I can't wait to see the plan. Here's the
Peace
plan.
was never an option. Laurent is feeling the bloodlust after that hellish rebuke before, and being like, "Oh, this, if it can burn, it can die." And I'm going to cast a 3rd level Dissonant Whispers on it. So a Wisdom saving throw of 15.
Okay. By the way, I failed to remind this to you, but I did roll it the correct way. It actually, after getting burned by your hellish rebuke, it did have disadvantage on its attacks.
Oh, well,
So
as long as you roll the right way, that's good to know.
I rolled it the right way. I just didn't announce it. So
Thank you.
just if in case that changes your mind, but you can do. What was the attack you said you wanted?
It's going to do a Dissonant Whispers on it.
And
3rd
remind
level.
me what type of a spell is that? Is a charm? Is that?
It's a enchantment spell. You whisper a discordant melody that only one creature of your choice within range can hear. So I'm going to whisper into my Gertruda/Flesh Golem doll. The target must make a Wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, it takes 3d6 psychic damage and must immediately use its reaction, if available, to move as far as its speed allows away from you, not into obvious danger.
Okay.
Or if it's deaf, it doesn't do anything because it automatically succeeds.
I'm just looking into because it is immune to quite a lot of like mental affecting things.
Yep.
So I'm just going to make sure that it is here. So, from what I see, it says it's a Wisdom save, and if it fails, it takes the damage, but also has to move away, and it's enchantment, right?
Yes, that's as far as I can tell. Yeah.
Okay, so it doesn't create a charmed or frightened condition, so I'm gonna go ahead and say that, yeah, it's gonna be affected by it.
And it's going to take 20 total damage.
All right, and you said
if it matters for the breakdown, it's 16 psychic and 4 necrotic, I believe.
Okay, it won't. Maybe it will actually. Let me double check that. But it's a Wisdom save, you said, and what's your DC?
15.
Okay, it does fail, and it'll take. Let me just make sure it's not immune to any of those things, because it's got a whole slew of things that it's immune to. But no, so it's necrotic and lightning. You said
Psychic.
psychic
Psychic damage. And then I get to roll, because it's hexed, an extra d6 of necrotic. There
Go
we go.
for it.
That's what I was missing
It all
before.
works.
There we go. Let's see. So make that 25 damage.
Wow, very good. It takes
I
it
love
all.
when a plan comes together. This thing will die. No one interfere.
It takes
it's
it all.
a good idea.
And then it has to run away.
It's got to run away from it.
Okay, very nice. The creature does flee. Yeah, that's a weird one because it doesn't say it's so like it's just to be clear here, it's immune to being frightened, but this isn't really a frightened thing. Like it's like almost like controlling it, right? So that's the way I'm going to view it. It's not scared of you. You're telling it to run, and you've manipulated whatever cognitive function it has to do that. Okay, nice job. And what about you? Are you moving anywhere?
Yeah, I'll move just a little bit further.
Oh, you're going
Right
closer to it.
Well, it's running away. This is a good time for me. I'm telling you, this thing is gonna die one way or another. I will chase it down if I need to.
Oh my God! Am I wrong? It only moves once, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh God! You have a death wish. Okay. All right.
No, it has a death wish. I'm angry.
Rufus,
Did you just
you-
move closer to it?
He
I did. And I'll
That
do it
means
again.
That means it can move towards you and attack. That's okay.
Yeah. He's got a wish here. Rufus,
He's playing his character. He's not playing the grid.
he's got a
You're
wish.
trapped in here with me.
Exactly.
That's right. Little
Full
Rorschach.
on this one.
Yeah. All right. So Rufus, you get to the door. What do you do?
I turn around and I scream to everyone. We must find that Abbot now. He has kept waiting long enough.
I'm.
We must
right
stay
he- I'm
together
right
as a
here.
group. Act as a companionship. And I try and throw open the door. I don't know if I can.
You do, but you know, like that feeling like when you're about to open a door and somebody also on the other side is about to open the door. It's a very awkward moment.
Yeah.
That happens, and the door flings open, and before you stands a man, like tall, like 7 feet tall, almost like you know, like an NBA player. He's got extremely chiseled jawline, and even though he's wearing flowing robes and like a priestly headgear, he certainly looks like a physical specimen. And he looks out down to Rufus, and he'll say to you,
Ah, we have guests.
one problem
day.
with my voice changer is that the voice changer doesn't change it on my Stream Deck anymore. We did figure out how to fix it, but he says with a snap of his fingers, the cacophony of laughter from the madhouse, that snap echoes throughout the entire abbey, and all of the creatures slowly but surely quiet down. It becomes more of like a subtle murmur to eventually you could hear a pin drop. And Laurent, that creature, starts running towards you, and when the snap happens, the creature obeys it instantly and is about 15 feet from you and ceases pursuing. And that'll be the end of the combat.
Annoyed.
Will it?
disappointed.
Will it? For Laurent?
Only if Laurent goes further. But Laurent, what do you want to do?
Oh,
Saved you,
boy.
Laurent.
I really, really want to, but I don't have any fire attacks, so I will not.
Okay.
I'll stay in the
Alright.
hallway because I'm wary of this thing, but I'm not going to attack it.
Okay, that's fine. Let's see here. So at the end of the combat, then it would have been Rufus's turn. So Rufus, if you have anything to do, I'll let you can have the floor right now, and then we'll jump out of order. People can discuss.
Oh. Well, I guess other people would take some time to come. I assume you are the Abbot. We have come in peace.
What? Yes, I am. And I'm told that you are from the village. Is this
No.
true?
No. We told Otto and Siegfried we were not from the village, we are adventurers. We have come to find out more about this land and
He'll-
the devil Strahd.
He'll look at you quizzically, but you can see a big grin on his face, and he looks over to the rest of the people in the courtyard, and he'll call out,
We have visitors. Everyone on your best behavior. Otto, Siegfried, bring us wine. It's time for a celebration. It's been too long since we've had visitors. Oh, is that, by the gods, Orel? Orel, it is you.
What do you say, Orel?
will stride over to him, sheathing his sword and looking quite grim and serious, and he'll do not like a full bow, but he'll like kind of lower his head in acknowledgement of the abbot, and he'll say, "Yes, it is me. It has been many years, Abbot. And I am disappointed."
I'll let other people also chime in on this. The abbot gives you a little furrowed look, and it'll quickly turn back to a grin, and he'll start to stride into the courtyard. Now, just so everybody knows, I'm going to take us off our Roll20 just so our faces will be the more prominent thing here. We don't really need the Roll20 for this, but if we have to refer to the grid, we'll jump right back in. But like I said, I think
As
I
he
want to
wa-
just get... Yeah.
As he
Go ahead.
walks away, when he gets a little bit further out, Orel will quietly whisper to Rufus, "Be wary of him. He is not of this plane. You can sense it, can't you?
Can I ping divine sense when she says that?
Damn it! I
You
was gonna
could.
ask him to do that.
You could. Do you want to wait till he's like just at about 30 feet, so you're out of earshot?
Yeah, as soon as he gets far away enough, I'll but still close enough so he can sense it.
Yeah, and like I said, I'm just moving him out of the building right now, but we're not going to even focus on the Roll20 screen for just a minute.
So subtly nod to the Gawain Lord.
And you sense that he is in fact celestial.
Angel.
As this is happening too, Laurent is going to slowly back out of the hallway he is in, because this thing stopped chasing me, and I want to know why. Keeping my hex up just in case, because it lasts for an hour, but I will stop there.
Fair enough. Do you come back out to just see your companions, or at least get a glimpse of the courtyard?
Yeah, get a glimpse of what is happening out here. That this thing stopped trying to kill me, and I stopped trying to kill it.
You see this very tall man, again, like I said, like very like porcelain skin, chiseled jaw, all in the priestly robes, a big like pope hat on his head, and he steps into the middle of the courtyard. And at his presence, the creatures in here, Marzana and the ones that were in the shack, they kind of, I mean, they don't cower per se, but they certainly know that they aren't supposed to be outside of their shackles, so they kind of go back and hold there, and the abbot will look at them, and he'll kind of in a sort of like a parent disciplining their child voice, he'll say,
Now, you shouldn't be out. You're in there for a reason. When you've mind your manners, I'll release you.
and you see you go back in, close the doors, like there's no chance of putting the lock back on, but like they go in there, and they seem to like listen to his every word very carefully. And he'll go to the rest of the group and he'll say,
If you're not from Kresk, then where are you from? And how did you come to this land? I can't help but notice when outsiders come here, they're trapped. And they come to me seeking help. Now it's been quite some time, Orel, wouldn't you agree? Quite some time since people have visited me. I don't know why exactly, but alas, sometimes I can't empathize or think like the common folk.
Quite some time since you allowed people to visit you. You must mean that.
Well, semantics. I've been very busy. The last few decades have been trying times for us all.
Your semantics have cost lives.
Is it really my responsibility to keep the people of Markovia safe?
I thought it was.
Orel.
Can I actually talk to? I want to talk to Rufus.
Oh,
while they're
before
having
I
this
interrupt
conversation.
Orel. Okay.
Like that. Like I don't even know where. Like, are we all kind of? Where are we right now?
I would say you've all gathered in the courtyard, sort of like around the well. And yes, if you'd like to, Rufus maybe stayed back a little bit by the door when Orel was questioned by the abbot. Maybe Orel stepped forward a little bit, so you could go back about 30 feet.
As soon as I could create some distance between myself, the abbot, and Rufus, I would go over to him and say under my breath, Angel? I heard you say angel. What did you mean by that?
The Gawain Lord has revealed to me he has a celestial nature.
This man is a celestial?
Yes. That he is.
A
And
celestial
he
would
can
do-
help us, I'm sure.
A celestial that would do this to these creatures?
But this is most unsettling, the activity he has performed, indeed. But I do not think we should let Orel anger him. And at that point, can I interrupt and say, Orel,
Okay, yeah.
Abbot, I am Rufus, Gwaindire of the Gwaindire, a noble valley land. We came here together. We were trapped by the mists, as you say. I believe it is our divine task to destroy the Devil Strahd once and for all. That's why we have been brought together, and we need your help. Will you help us?
A man of faith. It's good to have more of us around.
And with that, he'll also turn to Orel and give you like a side glare after he says, "More of us, man of faith," and he'll kind of give you a side eye. And he'll continue. He'll say,
Well, perhaps we could discuss this over wine. Otto and Siegfried will be back soon, and Orel, you mentioned that it was perhaps wrong of me to not to head to the village after so many years. I think you'll understand why soon. I'm actually about to complete a project that I think will save the people of Barovia indefinitely. It will liberate them. It will give them everything they've been looking for and seeking from me and heroes like you. So really, if you think about it, my absence had a purpose. In fact, my absence might solve everything.
What is this project?
Let us sit. Let us rest. And let us drink together. And I'll explain it all.
Guy's a little annoying, I'd say. I think Rufus is thinking he doesn't know about him.
"Yeah, no
Orel
doubt, he's a
will,
weird one."
he'll respond to the statement he just heard. If you say what you've been working on for these years, these decades, will save us all, good. I hope you are correct. But you need to understand the toll that your absence has taken when the weak depended on you, thought they could count on you, and lost their lives because you did not show up in the moment they needed you most. I'm not here to pick a fight. I'm not angry with you. Too many years have passed and my anger is gone. As I said, I am disappointed. And
You and I, we are on the same team. We have the same purpose. We want to help people. No doubt. What I've accomplished here can do just that. Now, all of you, please, you're our guests. You're our guests. I apologize for the behavior of our inhabitants. Sometimes they can get carried away. Oh, and you there, Vistani, come forward.
I will warily approach.
It seems you've met one of my guardians. Again, I do apologize. The guardians must obey my commands, as I have created them to do so. And inside the madhouse, that guardian must make sure that those patients are not disturbed. I hope it didn't cause you too much physical trauma.
Laurent is like clearly going to have black and blues in the morning, but he will say no. It was
Come here, my son. Come.
I will approach the abbot.
Come here. Give me your hands.
I'll put Gertruda's doll in a pocket somewhere in my vestments, and I'll give him my hands.
And you can see, like I said, he's very tall, like near 7 feet, built. You can see his muscles rippling underneath his priestly vestments. And he'll take your hands. His hands maybe double your size of your hands. Like he's massive. And he will grab them, cover them, and he'll give you the healing light. And we'll heal you for, let's see, how many are you down?
A significant amount. The exact number is I'm at 18 of 47.
18 of 47. So he'll heal you for I believe, 30.
Yeah, I mean, I'm 29 technically, so I'll take the 30. 20,
So
29
30
is
it'll-
my. 30 will max me out. 30 is one more than I can take. So
He'll max you out. Yep, with the 30. So he says to you,
There. See? That must feel much better.
begrudgingly, thank you. Thank you, Father.
and he like holds onto your hands just like a beat too long to make it a bit uncomfortable, and he smiles wide at you and lets your hands go.
I am uncomfortable.
Just enough. And as he takes your hand, you take your hand away, he'll slowly like caress the top of it.
Oh yeah.
Does he grow any unnatural hair or any such thing?
Laurent or the Abbot?
Laurent.
Yeah.
This is how he heals his patients, right? I
Yeah,
turn
does
into a spider person or
Does he
something.
turn into a spider person?
No, he does not.
Darn
No,
it.
that'd be good. Be good. Otto and Siegfried will come back, and Siegfried will say, Abbot, we have your wine. We have the glassware. Where shall you take it? And he says,
Leave it there. Leave it there at the dining hall. We'll be in shortly. Come, rest. You must be tired. It's quite a trek up from Kresk.
do you follow him into the dining room?
I'll
Yeah.
follow him.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
as we walk, I'll get close and I'll ask, "What have you done with these poor people? Last time I was here, it was different."
Just to make sure your mic's a little closer. I think you were a little low there, but you asked if what he's done to the people here, right?
Yes, yeah.
Mhm.
Last time I was here, it was different. What happened?
Time changes everything, Orel, and frankly, I grew tired of trying to perfect these people to their standards. I just allowed them to be who they are, and they have accepted it. In fact, it's been liberating for all of them. Frankly, I think if the people of Kresk and that of Barovia accepted who they were, I think people would have the feeling of that freedom that they now have. Unfortunately, the people here are always worried about things they can't control, and if they can, they worry about the devil himself, who, again, simply is the ruler of these lands, and I believe can be the key to giving these people what they want. Trust me, I'll explain.
I take it you're not
Devil.
satisfied with that answer, but you'll head into the dining room.
Okay. Yeah, I'll follow.
Okay. So you head in, and the dining room here it's actually a pretty spectacular room. I don't think, Orel, you probably have been here before, actually, but I don't think anybody else has seen it. Maybe Rufus, you might have seen it from the door. Camilla or Irina have never seen it, so it's new to everybody here. You can hear gentle sounding music actually trickling down from above. There must be some sort of stringed instrument. It sounds like a singular stringed instrument by some unseen master is being played. The ground floor is one large 50-foot square room. There's a cauldron that sits on an iron rack above a fire in a hearth, while above the fireplace mantle hangs a golden disc engraved with the symbol of the sun. In one corner, there's a wooden staircase that climbs to an upper level, while in another corner, a stone staircase descends upwards into darkness. There are several chairs around the wooden table that stretches nearly the length of this room. Wooden dishware and gold candelabras are neatly arranged on the table, standing behind which you can see is your friends Siegfried and Otto. I say friends, air quotes, but they're here and they're waiting with the wine and the glasses and such, and they kind of usher you in. The abbot, like I've told you, is a handsome man, large-bodied man. He's wearing the priest's robes, and he everything he does has this like grace to it. He'll like stride through the door. He'll motion to you, pull out chairs, and make sure that you're his guest and you're treated that way. You can move your tokens in. I am going to bring the Roll20 back just for the viewers here. You can see where everything is. Yep, so there's the dining room. Move your tokens into this room, and we can see it a little better. The abbot will sit at the northern end of the table at the head. Everybody else, move your tokens. You position yourself wherever you'd like. It's at this point, Irina and Camilla, they'll be the last to walk in. I think Irina was a little startled, so she's been like tending to her wounds, kind of like she's been like on the other side of the well, bent over. She's been like kind of applying some salve and bandages, and she'll be the last to walk in. Okay. So you sit down, and the abbot, he'll say to you, after pouring everybody a glass, he'll make a toast.
Let us drink. All of us. Raise your glass.
I'll raise my glass.
I will too.
Does everybody do so?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Does anybody not raise their glass?
I do.
I hesitantly do, but I'll do it.
Yeah, I do it very hesitantly. I'm not going to actually drink any when.
Yeah,
I
same.
drink.
Dione's not drinking this wine, but she raises the glass.
Fair enough. Irina and Camilla will stroll in late and sit here. And the abbot looks at Irina very curiously. He squints and like almost like taken aback by Irina's presence. And then he like shakes his head a bit, looks at all of you, and drinks his glass after saying,
Drink to health, to prosperity, and to a new Markovia.
and like I said, he'll drink after that sentiment and put his glass down, and he'll kind of like really savor the wine. It's one of those people. He's like swirling it, seeing the legs come down, and he sniffs it. He's like almost a little obnoxious with his mannerisms here. And who does drink?
After seeing him drink, I think I'll take a sip.
You will notice that it is one of the finer reserves from the Wizard of the Wines. In fact, you might even have a bottle or two of it. So he'll drink and swish it around in his mouth and eventually swallow and say,
A fine vintage. It's a shame that the winery has seen so much trouble these days. Perhaps I'll have to dedicate my attention there soon.
I'll echo some of the finest wine I have ever tasted.
Ah, a connoisseur?
Well, we had a bottle from the most recent barrels of the Wizard of the Wines, and it was nothing quite like this. Recently.
Well, Otto, Siegfried, grab a few more bottles. It may be quite some time before the villages get a hold of them. Make sure they take enough back so that the village can use it.
and Otto and Siegfried will do just that. They'll start to move and they'll leave the room. And he looks to all of you and he says,
I need to know a little bit more about you. You are my guests. You're from far off lands, I'm certain. What is it that brought you here? You there, man of faith. We'll start with you. You must come from a place of glory and excellence. I can see it now.
Yes. I come from the Gwaindire, the most noble, the most beautiful land there is.
The Gwaindire.
Have you heard of the land? It's not
I've
well
been
known.
there.
You've been to the Gwaindire?
Yes, I have.
Did you attend us at Castle Resplendent? What year did you go?
Well, that's complicated. Quite some time ago. I'm a bit older than I look. But yes, it is resplendent.
And
miss it
Rufus's
so.
day has been made.
yeah,
It was
I
in
miss
my
it
youth.
so. Well,
Tell me more of this. Who are you, and what is your lineage?
well, I am the twin brother of the Lord of the Gwaindire, Rupert, Lord Gwaindire.
Hmm.
We were born, you see, mere seconds apart, but I was the younger and the stronger, the more noble in arms. So, I have been called by my god, the Gwain Lord, the god of the Gwaindire, to go forth and shed the light of the Gwaindire on people, less fortunate people. Maybe I will go back to the Gwaindire one day, but I feel it is my duty. My father was Lord Edmund Gwaindire, previously the Lord of the Gwaindire, and I had a family. I was taught fencing by old Norman, the swordmaster. I learned about the Gwaindire, the Gwain Lord from Stuart Tudor, who was the head priest at the time. Did you ever meet Stuart Tudor? He's quite an old man. I mean, I'm in my early 20s, but he has been around. Maybe you met Stuart Tudor when you were there, did you? Or my father?
I knew a tutor, but maybe another
you meet
relative
these?
of his. You said there was someone, a swordsman.
Old Norman, yes.
He was young Norman when I met him.
Ah, you met the young Norman. What was he like in his youth?
He was very young, very young. I may or may not have baptized him.
You baptized him. Ah, he was always a man. He was always a man who got along with everybody. You know, he was everybody's friend. Such a kind man. He would always make sure you were well fed. That was his. Like, he gave me many a sugar plum.
He was a kind baby as well.
Yeah, so I guess you don't know. Well, if you've been to the Gwaindire, you must be
sorry.
a man to be trusted indeed. Orel,
Mm.
this man has traveled well. He is very knowledgeable. And I'm
Yes,
going to
it
drink
was-
some of the wine.
yes.
Why
and
don't
it's-
you
it
others
is
tell him
delicious.
of your background as well? I don't want to bore on about the Gwaindire too much.
You
don't.
there, dwarf?
Oh, really?
Dwarf, tell me, where do you hail from?
Well, I am from the Underdark. I don't know, perhaps it is not the kind of place where you would go, being of such celestial origins. Oh wait, no, Dione doesn't know that. Okay, never mind. It doesn't seem like your kind of place. But I am of the Ironsage clan. Perhaps you have not heard of them. We have been disgraced for a while.
I am unfamiliar with the Underdark in many regards. Most of the times that I've ever visited have been on mission.
Yes, well, it needs a lot of help. That is for sure. I left as a young girl because my family was noble, like this Lord Gwaindire. We were very noble, but things changed,
I
so I had
sense
to go.
something about you. I can't quite put my finger on it, but you seem very unique. Have you been
Oh,
told
I
that
don't-
before?
I left to learn. I only want to learn about the things that that make people not quite what they seem. And perhaps with this knowledge, I can understand what happened to my family.
That I can empathize with. And you there, Vistana. Are you of this land?
Laurent is just totally resigned to being labeled as a Vistana. No, no, father. I'm in fact from Neverwinter, to the far north, actually.
Interesting. I do wonder, have you ever been to Barovia prior? Is this your first time?
First time for everything. And as he even says that, Laurent kind of unconsciously reaches for his pocket and the items he has there.
What items would those be? That just for the viewers, the rest of the group or the Abbot wouldn't see this. But what are you grabbing at?
Yeah, I've got a like a kind of locked, small, like not like a box, but like a small. I guess box is the right way to put it. A small box that has like a journal in it, a letter from my mother.
The stuff from your, like, when we rolled those items in the beginning of the character creation. That.
Yeah.
That's the box with that can't open unless it's like your blood or something like that.
Yep, that's the one.
Gotcha. And that's what you keep all your personal items, like your mom's letters. Yeah, that makes sense. So you reach into your pack and you kind of feel it, at least. At least that's what you're drawn to. Okay,
yes,
cool.
Yeah.
And the Abbot will he doesn't see this, obviously, so it's not going to tip him off or anything like that. But he'll move on to the next person at the table.
We know Orel. Apparently we are all friends with Orel. You there, though? With the familiar. Who are you?
Well, my name is Canas. I was but a simple carpenter in a past life. But now I am just an adventurer seeking new lands.
And your familiar?
This is Yune.
Yune doesn't dare to speak right now, and it's definitely not because I can't change it very easily. But Yune says to you telepathically that he scares her, and she would like to like stay under the table or behind you or something like that, as she lowers herself in the air.
All right. Yune is shy with new people.
Understandable. And given the predicament that you're all here trapped in these lands. You there, young girl. What is your name?
And Camilla will say, she looks to everybody, especially Canas. You've been kind of like giving her a little bit of a second chance here. My name's Camilla, and I am from these lands, but I'm with them. I'm a hero too.
Oh, no doubt you are. I can sense the bravery. You're practically oozing it. I'm sure your time will come. And finally, who is this?
And he motions to Irina, who's maybe at the opposite end of the table. He's at the head, she's at the other head. And she says, my name is Irina Kolyana, daughter of the burgomaster of the village of Barovia. Pleasure to meet you. I'm glad that we've had the ability to connect here because we're on a mission as well.
Oh, all of you on a mission. Orel, you said you came here for help? What did you need of me?
What I needed from you a long time ago no longer matters, but I'm here to help this party. I'm here to help Irina in memory of her father. I'm here to make sure they do not get lied to.
We did have a specific question, Abbot.
Did you say lied to? As in that I would somehow deceive them?
As you have deceived others in the past with your
I don't
promises
believe I've
to help.
deceived anyone, Orel. In fact, if anything, I've given my powers freely to help these people. Yes, I haven't been around as much, but I have much to attend to. You can see I have patients here and residents. My powers and my energy and my effort goes into them. They're just as important as the people that live in Kresk, wouldn't you agree?
Isn't it strange that you haven't even been out to greet them in such a long time, from what I've been told?
What is your
I've
plan
been-
here? What have you
I've
been?
been very busy at work,
Work.
and I'm
What is
glad you
this
brought
work?
that up, Rufus of the Gwaindire, because I have been trying to do everything for these people, and yet they can be so ungrateful.
Well, what is it you've been trying to do?
And if I may, Abbot, we have just been referring to you as Abbot. We have all introduced ourselves. Do you have a name yourself?
I've been going by the Abbot so long, it's become the name I respond to.
Ah.
Nobody calls me by my given name. And in fact, I think I quite prefer it.
And you haven't gone by your given name since you've come here to Barovia.
Exactly.
Ah.
How long was it now, Orel?
Decades.
20, 30 years? A blink of an eye to some. Look. Let's finish our wine, and then we'll talk about the plans. First, I need to know a little bit more about this one.
And he'll point it down the table again to Irina. He drinks his wine, like finishes it practically. He's got a little bit left in the end there. He looks to everybody who has anybody not drank at this point?
Orel doesn't drink, so he'll do the toasts and everything, but he won't actually drink of the wine.
Yeah, Dione hasn't had the wine either.
Laurent's drinking heavily.
Laurent takes Orel's wine and drinks.
Say, some more of the sacrament? I'll take Kesselman.
If
Wine
you'd
sweet.
like, we have drunken noodles.
Do
They're
you
on the
have
menu
Barovian
tonight.
crab rangoon?
Why do you think I have so many crab-armed mongrel folk?
Oh, goodness.
Oh my
No.
god.
Raises a
He
whole
does
bunch
not
of
say
other
that.
questions.
He does not say that. But but he does say
Why are you not all drinking? This is an expensive vintage. Couldn't you revel at the sight?
I just don't feel like it. Anybody
I-
want my wine? Dione offers it, hands it over to Laurent.
I do not drink in my old age. He'll also push his wine away towards Laurent.
Laurent is like double fisting, 3 cups in front of him. Happy. Me and this Abbot are gonna get along perfectly. We had a rocky start, but now he healed me and is providing me drinks. We're best friends.
Abbot, I apologize for the members who do not partake in this fantastic gift. I
We'll have to
appreciate
get
the wine. Thank you.
we'll have to get goat milk next for Orel. You still drink that?
I brought my own. He'll take out a hip flask of goat milk.
Wait a
Definitely
second,
not
Orel-
refrigerated.
Definitely,
Yeah.
Not
definitely not.
refrigerated. No,
Wait a
but
second.
it's cold. It's cold.
Orel keeps a flask of goat milk.
Yeah. It's gotta stay strong, stay
Keep
healthy.
that thing on me.
Keep that thing on me. You know he's always ready.
He's always packing.
He's always packing that goat milk.
No
Oh, man.
osteoporosis in her old age, huh?
No. He's a strong old man.
Well, then the abbot will finish his drink then and motion to the rest who have drank. Laurent, I guess. I guess Camilla would. Rufus, did you drink?
Yeah.
Then Irina would as well. So Irina will drink with Rufus and Camilla and Canas and the couple that are abstaining. He will look maybe with some sort of contempt towards you for not accepting it, but he'll move on. And once he finishes his wine and make sure he savors every last drop, he'll then go into some of the what he was talking about before.
You there, Irina Koliana. I need to know more about you. Where did you grow up? In the village?
She'll finish her sip and look to everybody, but, speak freely. Yes, I grew up in the village. My father, the burgomaster, taught me and my brother Ismark everything about leading people, and I think that's what we're here for. We're trying to prevent others from falling into their fate, and motions around the table, and as well as liberate the people here. It's been quite some time that the devil has been ruling these lands, and I think it's come to an end. We're here to stop him.
How does Rufus react to this very handsome 7-foot-tall man showing an interest in Irina?
Well, he's an
Rufus,
abbot.
He's not threatened because he's a celestial and he's been to the Gwaindire. But
Oh, so you're okay with it?
yeah, he is a little annoying. Rufus does find him, he wants to like him, but he does find him a little annoying. And he wishes he would just get on with it. In fact, he'll say, we've told us a lot about ourselves, but what about your plan? I'm so interested to hear, why are you here with these mongrel folk?
He gets up from his chair at the head of the table. He walks over to the symbol of the sun, and he kind of raises his hand to it like he's going to touch it maybe, but then thinks otherwise and recoils his hand back down, and he thinks for a beat, and then he says to you,
You spoke about the devil himself, Strahd von Zarovich. Have you ever wondered why he does what he does? Have you ever once thought of the motivations behind him?
Yes.
Do you really think that he's here just to torture these people?
The torment of these people, it pleases him. He is here to torment them, and he lives in the past. It seems he wants to relive his days when he was alive, and he finds women to pretend that his Titania. He is pathetic.
You seem to know quite a bit about him. You seem to know quite a bit about him.
Yes, we've encountered him many times.
Orel has encountered him many times. Isn't that right?
Yes, and I have told them of my failures. And he'll glare at the abbot as he says this.
As well as his successes.
Well,
but seemingly
short-lived.
In vain.
Yes, short-lived successes. You see, I'm a man who believes that we must find and solve the problem at the root cause. Strahd does not rule these lands because he revels in their pain and suffering. Yes, it's true that he is cursed. He has the curse of the vampire, and he needs some of these people for sustenance, but not for life. No, he yearns to live. I've had very meaningful, impactful discussions with him. In fact, I think truly what is causing all of his pain and suffering, which then spills out onto the land, is that he's alone. You spoke of Tatiana, this figment, this almost imaginative character that he's created. He has been hurt. And I believe what we need to do is bring him that companion. We need to make sure that he is satisfied and can live freely. So that's what I've been doing. Once I realized that fighting against this darkness wouldn't bring light to the valley, I looked at the root cause. He's a very unhappy man, and he desperately wants love. Love that once was near his and then stolen away.
Tatiana killed herself rather than be with him. He slayed his own brother, was my understanding. He is
Love
corrupt.
will make people do desperate things.
Well, then get the man a puppy or something.
Hearing this whole thing, Orel, like, his heart rate is just like accelerating when he hears the guy say that he has had many a conversation with Strahd. That was red flag number 1. And then as it goes on to say that we need to get him what he wants, we need to get him a companion, you can see like his shoulders are moving up and down. He's breathing very like heavy. He's angry, and then eventually he will stand up and slam his fist on the table and yell, "How dare you!" And he's glaring at the abbot. He is horrified. How dare you pander to this monster?
And
Pandering is such a terrible word
while
to use.
Orel is doing all that, Dione's gonna like scooch over and just come and like sit next to Irina, and then casually like have her hand resting on her short sword's hilt while sitting next to Irina. Yes, sorry. Continue.
Give me a... What do you think? Stealth, or would it be sleight of hand to like you're concealing like that you're preparing to draw a weapon, like something like that?
Yeah, like the idea is like if there is a sign that someone's gonna try and grab Irina, then Dione wants to do her best to protect Irina.
Give me either sleight of hand or I don't think it's stealth because you're not hiding. I was sleight of hand. Give me a sleight of hand so you also shifted your seat over so you're closer to her. Give me a sleight of hand check. See if you can, hide that you're preparing to attack, potentially preparing to attack
or defend. But 18.
Sure. 18. Okay. All right. Okay. He says to you,
Dione, don't be scared. Release the hilt of your sword. I intend not to fight you.
How can we trust someone who would be so casual about their friendship with the devil himself?
Oh, it's not a friendship. No. I do fully recognize that he is a creature of darkness cursed by the vampire. But sometimes you have to look, like I said, at the root cause. He will continue to rule these lands forever. It is a part of his curse. These lands are cursed. He is the land. There is no defeating him. Orel will tell you that. There is no defeating the devil. But what you can do is give the devil what it wants, and then the people will be able to live free. I am not on his side. Like I said before, I am with you. Orel, you and I. Or at least we used to be. Men of faith.
What do these people have to do with this plan? These animal people.
The patients here at the Abbey, some of them were people that came to Kresk. Some of them were people that came from far lands, maybe such as yourself, and eventually found themselves here because they needed healing. But really, the healing wasn't on the outside. It was on the inside. Once I convinced them to accept who they were, they felt liberated, and they offered to stay. The people here that work here or live here, they do so of their own volition. Now, I do run a tight ship, but they all choose to be here.
But why did you turn them into these beast creatures?
Yes, what do bat wings and mandibles have to do with this healing that you are talking about?
Well, it's all part of the plan.
Well,
I think it's been
that's
time enough.
What Rufus is looking for.
I'd just like to make sure that before I show you anything, that you understand the full picture, the totality of everything. Because if I were to just start with what I've been doing all these decades, well then I feel like you might rush to judge me. And I think now that we've shared a glass of wine, that I've learned more about you and you've learned more about me, I think now there might be a bridge of trust. And I know, Orel, you and I have had our differences, but I think we can get past that now. Because let me just jump right into it. The root problem is that Strahd wants his bride. He wants the love that was taken from him. Tatiana. Tatiana doesn't exist. She's either a figment of his imagination or perhaps a creature, a magical being that has been lost to the ether. One way or the other, when she died that day, she must have left this place. And he's been searching ever since. So I thought, what if I could create Tatiana? What if I could bring him his deepest desire? So, as I realized all these people coming here wanting me to perfect them, cure them, alter them, I could use the same powers to create a bride for Strahd. So close. Oh, so very close. Otto, Zikrek, please bring in Basilka.
And Otto and Ziegfreck will go to the stairwell that I mentioned before. And they'll bring a creature from the shadows and the depths of that stairwell that was going down. They'll be flanking a woman. And you could see this woman has like white alabaster skin. She's dressed in a beautiful wedding gown, pure white wedding gown. But the problem is the wedding gown is like, it's a bit old, maybe like a bit raggedy at this point, but it once was very, very beautiful and still pristine and pretty clean. But maybe some small rips and things here and there, snags on the tool and such. And you can see a very long, dense veil in front of her, obscuring her face. And she's walks in. You can see like the hair that's on her is like auburn. It's neatly bundled behind her. And she walks slowly, kind of like with those two flanking her. And she steps out of the shadows. And he says,
"This is Vasilka. What do you think?"
You have art?
Silka, could we see your face? It is nice to meet you.
Vasilka, your guests are asking something. Vasilka.
And his tone gets a little more serious. And the creature takes her hands and lifts up the veil slowly. And underneath the veil, you can see from about the neck, like mid-neck, kind of where like it meets the chin, right here, to about the forehead, is absent of skin. It is you can see like the muscle and the sinew coming across. You can see the eyeballs and the entire socket of it. You can see all the vessels and veins and discolorations of the flesh that's there, and it's just missing. The face is completely absent of skin. And he says,
There you go. I love it when you listen.
Orel will recoil in horror as Dasha does the same.
Real.
What?
You see, the problem is, I just can't quite find the face. Until today.
and he looks across
Nope.
the table right at Irina.
It was fate that brought you here. Irina Kolyana. It was destiny for you to come here. I believe we need your face. I've seen visions of your face. And then you walked through the door. I could never perfect it. I could never craft what I saw in my visions. But now, we have it.
You would give her some kind of animal face in return, as these people here. Did they also generate body parts for this creation?
Yes, exactly. She will not be harmed. You can see the creatures here, these people, they live happy, fulfilled lives. They enjoy living here with me. I have given them the ability to feel comfortable in their own skin. Now, I just ask you for yours.
I believe that Irina enjoys having her face.
Orel will stand and draw his sword.
LeBron is done drinking.
Irina also stands a little bit uneasy. She's like, I'm not consenting to any of this. No. There's another way to defeat him. We will find a way to defeat him. And I don't believe that there's... tell him, Rufus.
No, we have a way to defeat him. And I'll take out the hilt and show him the sun sword. We have the sun sword.
We have a hilt.
But you, Abbot, you know how to recreate the braid, I'm sure.
He actually, like almost how Orel recoiled at the sight of Vasilka, he recoils a bit, like he's like...
Put that away. You shouldn't have that. That does not belong to you.
What do you know of it?
It is a sword of sunlight, a gift from the gods, one that does not belong to you. Yes, could I activate that weapon for you? Of course. But should I? No.
Activate
Why?
the weapon, and we can use it to strike down the Strahd. I'm sure of it. It has been foretold.
Ask Orel how that's gone before.
Would have gone well if you had stepped in and done your part.
Join us. Together we can defeat Strahd for all. Do not need to please him with this creation.
It seems there is much good you can do without taking others' faces.
He'll think about this. He truly will, but no need to make a check here. But he'll truly think about this for a moment, and then he'll decide. And you'll see a light go off in his head, and he'll say,
How about a trade? Irina supplies her beautiful face, and if Vasilka is not an acceptable bride, if you don't believe this would happen, then we'll go with plan B. I'll activate the sword for you, and you can try your best to defeat the devil himself.
Surely it's best to try the sword before taking somebody's face.
It will not be painful. You've seen how I can heal people and make sure that they are not in pain.
They look in pain, I will say, from their screams and tears.
That's only because some of them have undergone more drastic surgeries.
Such as...
You see Vasilka here. She's the product of all their mistakes. It takes a bit of trial and error. You understand this?
I see this is not the first Vasilka you have created.
No, but I expect it to be the last. She's perfect in every way. Except for the face. And
he looks at Irina.
Orel will point his sword at the abbot and say, "You will take her face over my dead body." And he'll look around to the rest of the party.
Dione
Oh,
nods,
well.
get up and takes her sword out as well.
And
stands next to Irina.
Rufus is going to shout at Otto and Cedric. Otto and Cedric, he has done this to you. How can you stand this?
Yes, he's done things to us, but all in the name of the greater good. Wouldn't you agree? Listen to him. It's just a face, after all. Look at us. Are we any less beautiful?
Abbot, I thought you were a man of faith. I thought you were a man of truth and honor. Maybe languishing in the last few years for some unknown reason. But this is horror beyond anything I could have imagined.
Oh, come now. You, who hide away in Kresk, when's the last time you rallied to the cause?
Others rally in my place. I
Ah.
could not sacrifice any more lives.
Substitutes. Excellent. Very brave of you. Remember the wizard in your party? How did that end for him?
You know how it ended. They know too. I've told them everything.
Oh, good. Well, at least they're working on the full information, because I don't think you understand how dire the situation is. If we don't pause or give Strahd cause to let these people live their lives in freedom, he'll never give it to them. And unless you'd like Irina to be the next Tatiana, all I ask for is but a bit of skin.
Orel, you said that the abbot would have, if the abbot would have stepped in, that Strahd would have been gone forever. What did you mean by that?
The third attempt. The new party of heroes that came in, the wizard, the humans, and the dwarf. We had amassed a big enough army that I thought we could truly take down the devil forever, and the abbot had implied that he would be there to aid us. But in the last second, he stopped responding, stopped coming to the gates. So we faced Strahd alone. The heroes were lost, countless lives gone, and the Sun Sword was taken. That was my last attempt. I think, had the abbot stayed true to his word, we could have made a difference again.
It wouldn't have made any difference. You know that.
I don't know that. All I knew was I had to keep trying. But that
I've
was the
been
last
trapped
straw.
here as long as you have. I
So you
would
can't
like
leave
to leave
either.
too. Correct. I came here thinking that I could stop Strahd. And I couldn't. And you can't. Certainly, the next group of adventurers won't either. It'll continue on, over and over again.
Did you come here of your free will?
I was sent here.
Who by?
Doesn't matter at this point.
You accuse me of giving up, and maybe I have in some ways, but I still help those who come. Help those who try to resist.
That's
You
what
have
I'm
done worse
doing.
than giving up.
That is
pandered
what I'm
to-
doing.
You play right into his hand. You pander to the devil and you give him what he wants.
Well, I assume you're not going to cooperate.
Wait, if we strike him down, then you can escape. There will be a period of time where the mists part.
Unfortunately, unless Strahd allows me to leave, I cannot leave when the mists part. Trust me, I would have.
Will he allow you to leave, you think, if you provide him this Tatiana?
If I provide him his Tatiana, his true love, the one that will ease his soul, whatever's left of it, absolutely.
So this is all self-interest then?
What will you do once you leave Barovia?
You know, I'm not quite sure. I haven't been able to really focus on that in quite some time. I would certainly return back to my home. Maybe one day visit the Gwaindire. But until then, my focus needs to be on this, on Vasilka. Now, like I said, if you aren't going to cooperate, then I'll have to take it from her.
As I said, over my dead body. And Orel will cast what's it called? Channel Divinity. Sacred Weapon.
Your lightsaber ignites.
Yes.
Fine then. We'll do it your way.
And the abbot stands, and you could see a bright light glow from him, almost blinding light. Everybody has to look away, and he reveals his true form. The robes go away, everything goes away. He is a celestial body. His giant wings stretch out, like 15 feet wide. He carries a golden mace that looks like it is emanating radiant energy, and yet you can see a swirling blackness floating around him, just like wisps of blackness kind of emanating from him, from his wings and his body. His body is like a very light pale blue. He looks almost like he has very no hair, like completely shaved, and he wears like a loincloth. All of his rippling muscles reveal, and then he says,
I'm going to complete Vasilka, with or without your help. I just need her face.
And we're gonna see you next week, everybody. What an episode.
Oh no.
Wow.
This was all bad.
Great episode, everybody. What a oh my god, the Abbot. So we're not fans of the Abbot is what I'm gaining here.
This seems pretty dangerous.
This feels like a bad situation for us to be in.
I was going to try to say, we'll think on it and leave.
Can we get back to you? Is there a waiting period?
Well, send it in the mail.
Facegram. Facebook. It's Facebook. First time for everything. Everybody in the YouTube chat, thank you. This has been a really awesome ride. We'll be back in another week on our normal day of Tuesday, so stay tuned for that. Tomorrow, Vecna Eve of Ruin, Chapter 6, and we'll see you all on the tabletop. Have a good night, everybody.